What's up, guys? Jay here with Tap and Turn Gaming again. Welcome back to Deck Tech Wednesdays. Now, let me ask you guys something. Aren't some of the most gratifying moments in a game of Commander when you just start calling upon and casting big, nasty creatures that just swing the tide of battle in your favor and put the serious hurt on your opponent? I know that's pretty gratifying for me, but I feel like a lot of you probably feel the same way. So, with that said, my Deck Tech installment for this week lets you do just that. It lets you call upon all the big nasties that you want with the aid of one particular legendary elf shaman. I'm of course talking about Mayael the Anima. What's up, guys? Jay here with Tap and Turn Gaming, and welcome to part 1 of my Mayael the Anima EDH Deck Tech. As always, part 1 is the part where I just do the quick overview of the deck, and then in part 2 will be a more in-depth discussion about my deck, each individual card, why I chose it, how it works, well, other cards, synergies, you know, overall win condition, yada yada yada. So, let's take a look at my commander. My commander for this deck is the leader of the Nylea clan from Shards of Alara, Mayael the Anima. I'll take a look at my land base first. This is a deck that is red, green, and white. So first up, we'll take a look at the at the lands that produce red and green. First up, we have Stomping Ground, Rootbound Crag, Gruul Guildgate, Kazandu Refuge, Raging Ravine, and Copperline Gorge. Next, we'll take a look at the lands that produce green and white. Here we have Selesnya Sanctuary, Brushland, Sunpetal Grove, Elfame Palace, Selesnya Guildgate, and Stirring Wildwood. Now for the lands that produce red and white, here we have Windscarred Crag, Boros Garrison, Battlefield Forge, Boros Guildgate, and Sacred Foundry. Next, we will look at the lands that I have that produce all three of my colors. Here we have Jungle Shrine, Command Tower, and City of Brass. Then lastly, well actually not lastly, but next are the lands, or what I like to call my tech lands. They do cool things for me. First up, we have Mosswort Bridge, Rogue's Passage, Kessig Wolf Run, and Slayer's Stronghold. Now, lastly, the rest I fill out with basics. I play 4 basic plains, 5 basic mountains, and I believe 5 basic forests. Yes, and 5 basic forests. So that's my land base. Next, we'll take a look at the creature base of this deck, which is pretty much the bread and butter of it. First up, we have Acidic Slime. We have Elvish Piper, Novablast Wurm, Seedborn Muse, Blazing Archon, Wurmcoil Engine, Magmatic Force, Worldspine Wurm, Engulfing Slagwurm, Vigor, Utvara Hellkite, Godsire, Nylea, God of the Hunt. Gruul Ragebeast. Terastodon. Paleoloth. Bogardan Hellkite. Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. Admonition Angel. Sun Titan. Woodfall Primus. Gisela, Blade of Goldnight. Ruric Thar, the Unbowed. Scourge of Ridges. Balefire Dragon. Avison, Angel of Hope. Inferno Titan. Spearbreaker Behemoth. Steel Hellkite. Avenger of Zendikar. Craterhoof Behemoth. Akroma, Angel of Wrath. Sigarda, Host of Herons. And lastly, Eternal Witness. So as you can see, pretty hefty creature base, but you know, that's basically what the deck likes to do, is just pump out big nasty creatures. Next we'll take a look at my spells that I play, instants and sorceries. First up we have Worldly Tutor, Austere Command, Disaster Radius, those are my two sweepers, Cultivate, Kadama's Reach, Primal Surge, and Tooth and Nail. Next we'll take a look at my enchantments that I play. First up we have True Conviction, Defense of the Heart, Cream of the Crop, Mana Reflection, Lurking Predators, and Aestheticism. Next we'll take a look at my artifacts, mostly mana rocks here, but nonetheless here they are. First we have Gruul Cluestone, Selesnya Cluestone, Boros Cluestone. Then we have Boros Keyrune, Selesnya Keyrune, and Gruul Keyrune. We got Soul Ring, Chromatic Lantern, Sensei's Divining Top, Illusionist's Bracers, Quicksilver Amulet, Lightning Greaves, and Swiftfoot Boots. And lastly, the one Planeswalker that I run in the deck, Garruk Wildspeaker. Alright, so that is part one of my Mayael, the Anima EDH deck tech. Stay tuned for part two, where I'll go into more in-depth discussion on the cards in my deck, why I chose them, the strategy, and overall win condition for this deck. So stay tuned for that.